You just have to stop one. Ah! Yeah. Yep. Playing this music again. So I added a map to these lights. Here it says. I want to know what you think of the lights. They look more effective when it's pitch black. I can mess about with the angles, I suppose. Show you. So you can turn in different colours. One. Well, you should be able to. So you've got red, yellow, black. Yeah, you've got a selection now. Which one would you want? You. And you see lighting. And I love this bench. If I can find a way to consistently leverage this bench so that it's the focal point of all of my videos. You know, the basis. This is the focal point. I'm the focal point, but this is like the basis, the bench. Now, maybe I can experiment with these lights a bit. I think I should. Because I have a few reels. And for reels and for feels, I want to know how far it can extend across. You see, because I've got these. I had them today in the post. I ordered them online. Pretty cool. Not gonna lie. So you've got all of this. Now, it's much better than watching PMOs. Unplugging these, connecting them, so we can connect them to each other. You connect it to this. You can't see it, but currently, I'm not going to buy this. Why can't? Nah. They're electrocuted on here. I've done some dangerous things. First, the workout with the weights. Now this. Yeah, the room's a mess. I'll tidy it up later, maybe. We'll straighten it up. Ooh. Why can't I? My bad. You see me? Why can't I put this on? Hypothetically speaking. And then change the colour so that the different sections, one section is blue, another section is purple, another section is red. Hang on. Yeah. That's just my dad. is trying to get me to look at women who I'm not supposed to look at on No PMO, and that was just thing on the floor. Right. I'll show you the saddle. Pretty cool. Nice. Get off! I love this. I absolutely love this. And we're moving to the sofa, guys. I uploaded a video today asking you to subscribe to my other channel. Put the name in the chat. God, what is it again? You know, I keep forgetting the name of my channel because I keep changing it so often. I'm embarrassed to say. So, it's called Caustic Oxide. Currently, I don't know whether to have the first letter lowercase or the first letter uppercase. It's uppercase for the time being. I wanted it to be like CO. It's my nerd. So we got another coil. I'll show you what I've done. But there's all these tissues. You know, because snotty body. I'm just gonna put them in my hoodie like some deranged hobo. And this time, hopefully, what I can do is I can stream for longer. I can stream for longer and I can talk about more things. I want to stream whilst I'm eating, which is what an absolute degenerate would do. Looks like this coil is going to break. Right, so you can see how I've made my Twitch account, but I haven't done the core video I said I was going to do. I was going to do 1,000 sit-ups. I might do it on here instead. I was going to sort of do it each day. So it's just me going on there. I don't know who to watch it. But I go on there, do 1,000 sit-ups, and keep that up consistently. This is so cool. This is so cool. I feel like Iron Man. You know, I'm just gonna. Nah, because this is on the bench, so if I jump, I'm gonna catch my head on there and be severely injured. And we've got this. We can lather it across the weights. Yes, I keep the weights in the living room. And it's so cool because it connects back off. No, it doesn't. So close yet so far. It's just this bench. Yeah. Water. Really, I should have set this up beforehand. And now I've lost my remote. See, this is brings us up to my first point. Because it's no PMO and chill. Makes you forgetful as hell. At some point that will go off. I can either look for more music, or I can just vibe with something, just vibe with it and play it all over again. And then I'll be a bit of a lippy. This is one of my old journals. If you read any of my old journals, it's basically just simpering notes like, oh, this is broken. Please fix this. Yeah, it's just, I want to ask so-and-so out, but they don't care about me. Am I really this worthless or whatever? No, and basically just simp notes. Right, got the scarf. I can wear this. And today, actually, because I've been under a lot of stress with this PMO thing, where I made a video, story time, my first story time, it was on the first time I watched PMO. And I made it and then discovered that there were parts missing from it because I was experimenting by compiling clips together, messed up completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try again tomorrow. Today I might do my 1,000 setups on here. And it's appropriate because I said that my punishment for relapsing each time now, even though I'm no longer counting relapses, I'm not counting days and I'm not counting relapses. So I'm basically beyond NoFap now. Because it's good for when users want to get clean. But the thing is, I want to treat myself now as though I'm a non-user. And non-users would have this setup, you know. I'm sure that the non-users who would have much better setups than this. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Maybe I could just get tons upon tons upon tons of lighting and just have all these different coloured lightings going all across the walls and layers. And that'd be quite nice. Oh, look like a Destiny character. Like Destiny character. I don't like it. My face looks chubby now. Yeah. So I've yet to go back to the gym. The workouts I've been doing, it's not heavy enough. You know, and my dad has suggested, and I'm open to this, getting more equipment, getting a sliding, like sliders for it, you know. I don't know what the word is. Safety rack. So we get a safety rack. We put that on the bench. Or we can get like a new bench that has that built in. About 400 quid. I haven't got it yet. So when my money goes in next, I can order that. I'll make sure I have like 900 quid in there. Order that. And then I can do more stuff with that. More stuff with the home gym. I want to try different exercises as well. Oh, you should stick to a consistent routine. Well, I want to try different exercises each time because it does interest me. I haven't touched it for a while, but it still interests me. You know, we're looking all over the place. This is because of the stress, because when you're a user, you feel like all of this stress that isn't necessary. still on the easy peasy method. I'm listening to the audiobook at the moment. I got like 3.5 hours into it and then lost attention, which is to do with the ego of not wanting to get it up. Because I actually said to my dad today, I love porn, I don't want to give it up. I actually caught myself saying that, and that's my addiction basically talking. So it's coming out of me, but it may take a bit longer. I'm still an addict, really. Anyway, we're looking for this. I don't know how to put it together. It's basically the hole in this little rucksack, well, this backpack, or front pack. It's like a cat papoose, a kitten papoose, and you put Snowdrop in there, and she actually finds that she's way more comfortable than in this bulky cage. And don't worry about the chewing wires and whatnot, she isn't in here. I wouldn't be so irresponsible, but like this she doesn't want to go into, and I wouldn't want to go into it either. This she does want to go into. She feels comfortable in there. I've even put her in there and she's started purring. You know, what's this? This is battery. This isn't a battery. Off one thing and onto another. Did I have another? I think that's it for coils. Now again, I've lost my remote. Again, it's gone missing. Which is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. See, my mind's just so cluttered. It's like every attempt to organise it. And another idea I have for a live stream is a live stream meditation. Because when I was like spending 3 days in the moment, I was listening to a lot of medito. I even started writing my own meditation, and then I lost touch with the present moment. I was still meditating, but I lost touch with it. And ever since then, I've like struggled to get past like one breath, just to keep the habit up. And I've just done it now, so I've kept the habit up today. I could do it here. I could do the meditation, and then I could do 1,000 sit-ups. I could do that. Good way to be accountable. And hopefully there's someone out there who likes this kind of stuff. Some guy screaming at his laptop, looking for his damn remote. I don't know, I mean, should I change it every so often? Should I leave it like this? Should I leave it blue? Or should I change it like every 20 minutes? Change it to different colours, so I can have it blue, I can have green, I can have purple. You know, I could do that. And the effect across here, it's interesting, you see. Interesting how that translates. It's blue. I make the thing look comfortable because this does not look like a a chill couch. This looks like a massacre. Right, so that's a bit better. I wish I could show the whole thing. Wait. With lights. It's placing the damn thing. Oh, it's behind here. It's behind the laptop. See, that's brain fog. Right, so we've got Anne. I have to point it to the place where it all began. I could stand up here. Push the box out the way. Yeah. Show your face, don't be shy. Oh. So yeah, to me it looks the same on here because I'm looking on judging it from the perspective of the stream now, where that, to me, unless I'm colorblind, I'll tell you something else that I want that I saw PewDiePie doing, where it might get me banned. You know, like those sort of flip knife things. Those would definitely get me banned, but I'd love that. I think it's so cool. Or some sort of like ADHD toy, just something to fidget with, something like a yo-yo. And I could just do that. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Won't change colour. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to blow my nose down. I apologise for that. Been experiencing a large degree of hay fever. Nothing semen retention can't put right. Hey. Don't get the light into yellow. You know, I think it was pouring vaccine. Get that to change colour. Either have yellow lighting or have no lighting at all. Jesus. I saw a flicker, I saw a glimmer of hope. It can do it when it wants to. when it doesn't want to, it won't work. No, it knows what it's doing. Oh yeah. So the lighting doesn't work now. Mind. Yeah. I'll play with this remote. At a 30-minute mark, I'm going to meditate. If anyone wants to ask about semen retention, if anyone comes here, I'll answer some semen retention stuff. Honestly, kudos to this guy who comes on here each time. And then I'm sort of doing some zany, wacky, off the wall stuff. And it's like, oh, and he. Oh, turn on. So yeah. Self-pitying is a terrible thing to do when you're on retention, because that's basically what I've been doing with my videos. Is that I make a video about how unfair it is, how angry I am at the porn industry, and today, because it's like it becomes like an entitlement. You know, you're entitled to sort of get the attention that you want from complaining about the porn industry and complaining about the withdrawal effects that are all in your mind, such as like the stress and what I experienced today. I've been saying brain fog and I've been disorganized, and you feel entitled to complain about that and have your session as well. And you're not really going to fix the withdrawal symptoms with another session. And people really, they understand that, but they still want to do it out of entitlement. And I'm going to book from downstairs, from upstairs. I'm downstairs now. It's another excuse to blow my nose. I'll go get this book. 4 books actually, and it's very reminiscent of when I first started this channel. I made a book review video where I just sort of chose a few random books that I didn't read, and then I thought, well, I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them to people and how the ideas are sort of linked. And what I did from doing that, I realized that I was just sort of making an overarching assumption because I didn't actually read these books. I haven't. Well, there was nothing to practice because the majority of them were like philosophy or fiction or philosophic fiction. Because I came on here with Ayn Rand. I'll meditate later. I came on here with Ayn Rand. I came on here with 1984. I came on here with some Sartre. And I was linking the ideas together and made like this whole sort of conspiracy video against the government. And then I decided I'm just going to delete it, because I thought, well, I'm just speaking nonsense. And really, you don't have to give a fuck about the world's problems, point it bluntly. You don't have to care about all the stuff that you can't control. I'd like to care. I'd like to take action. I'd like to do a lot of things, because I have a problem with the roads. I've told you this before, where basically you can't leave this village because it's all sort of blocked off by road, and then there's these, the private watches and private estates, and it's like you can't go. It's so angry to, it's so easy to become angry at other people and to just overthink and overcomplicate when really it's just not your area to do so. I mean, if you absolutely don't give a fuck, you can make the money to get out of here. You can make the money to do that, which is what I'm working on at the moment. And I understand how people, like it's because of the stress, right? It's because we have all this stress when we stay away from PMO as a withdrawal symptom that's in our head. We create even more stress and a feedback loop from hell. From watching the porn because we can't tell arousal from stress. Like psychologically, biologically speaking, it seems to be the same thing. And even though I haven't, well, you shouldn't really be counting days like this. But even though I haven't, I've sort of been in a binge recently. I've been down bad. I've been doing it every single day. I still know that it's those two that sort of get mixed up because the little monster in your mind plays with these emotions. And the more you sort of focus on it doing this is because you've got to not even give a fuck about this. The more you focus on it, the more you sort of intellectualize it, like what I'm doing, the worse your problem is going to be, the more it's going to be there. So what I'm struggling with really is just letting go and just finding the inner peace, just finding something to do, basically, something else to transfer the energy off of. The closest I came today was acting lessons, where I was going to actually act, and I was going to sign up to a website and have online lessons and do official certification lessons, which is like not really my forte because I haven't done anything since I studied it since I dabbled with it at college. In the first year of college, I haven't done anything related to acting. And I do have this feeling, and I haven't finished the book, The Magic of Thinking Big yet, that a lot of things still are out of my league. And I admit that I feel as though sometimes I'm out of place. Sometimes the things that I want to do aren't really worth it. They're not really for me. And your addiction, because I'm still an addict, my addiction will have me thinking that these things just aren't for me. That I'm stupid. Because I'll tell you what my results were yesterday. I got a C and an E. And I've been getting C grades consistently since I was since GCSE level. And partly I think this is due to like when you have an addiction, it gains salience over your mind. So you just, all you can really focus on is the addiction. And you don't care about, because of the stress that it causes, you don't care. That's how it causes social anxiety. You don't care about the conversations you're having. You don't care about what you're saying. You just want to get away. And it's it's stereotypically speaking, most PMO users are introverts, and they probably are, but like extroverts can be that way inclined as well. And I've questioned before if I'm an extrovert, if I've just became like very, very, very withdrawn because of my addiction, because I don't really speak to anyone out there. Yes, I still want, and it becomes kind of like avoidance, because I still want the conversations, the connections with people. I just don't want to feel like a complete idiot. Yeah, I'm going into these books. 4 of them. One of them, this one, I'll just show you. I'm going to have to charge this up. I'll be honest, I haven't read it. Because my ego. And they said that if you can't read it, the best thing to do is to give it to a friend or recommend it to a friend. So I can at least sort of recommend it. I mean, I'm no Harmser. I'm no first man. I can't really give prescriptions, but I think when I was reading this, that was when I did my favorite video on the channel, which was, God, what was it? Oh, hello. You're on there, Luke. That's my dad. Which was the past is the gateway between the living and the dead. And I explained it in the video. I said that it was because this was a realization I came to without, pretty early on in this book. That's how powerful it was. I came to this realization. It was, my dad said it was one of the most creative things I ever said. Basically, I said it because I was thinking about how people have sort of just lived their lives, let their lives go by in a haze, basically like they were dead, because they're living in the past. And that's probably a problem that I have. I don't know if I have that more than living in the future. I know that because there's a large part of my past, which I've talked about with both of my therapists, that I don't really want to revisit. I still want to read this. I want to go back to it. I don't know when. I've been listening to audiobooks. I actually do need to sign up to Audible. I wanted to get a Kindle so I can read on that, find more ways, creative ways to read, to have information blasted into my brain. And a symptom, like when you're reading books, is to not actually apply it to your life, is to sort of hypothesize and theorize, and that's a problem of mine. Instead of actually implementing it and doing it. And I was reading Ness and Meditations from Marcus Aurelius. And both the times I read this, I went on because it was when I was counting streaks, so I was still, back's peeling off. Look at that, the back's peeled off. Vandalising a book on livestock. The old cover is just peeled off. I don't know if that's some sort of sign. But it's like a so weird. You've got this. Looks like an ancient tax smell. So yeah, you've got this. That's so awesome. Can I have this as a banner? Can I have this as a channel banner? Both the times I read that, I was on high streaks. Thing is about counting streaks is that when you count streaks, you're sort of just counting down to your next relapse. And people told me before, and I never listened to them, don't count streaks, count days. Count your days like, well, just live your days, live in accordance to nature. And I was counting days because the more people told me not to count days, the more focused I became on doing it. And in the end, I couldn't really focus on actually living my life. It was all for NoFap. It was like I would go to sleep, wake up later, just basically in dream of NoFap. I'd keep taking like naps throughout the day. Keep taking naps and just really focused on trying to do everything to get the willpower to preserve my streak. And lo and behold, I couldn't preserve doing it through willpower, and I don't think that anyone can. And even the SAA have acknowledged this. And I tried that briefly, the SAA. And I actually quit because of my ego. I don't know whether I should go back, but I quit because my ego was just so high. It's like you dismiss everything that you feel doesn't apply to you, and you're actually working off of an assumption, and you're making that assumption because you don't really have the imagination and creativity to think, how do I implement these things? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I read this book. That's what I was grasping at with the feedback loop. And I think to an extent I've intellectualized it because I've sort of just cross-referenced through loads of different books, even though I'm relatively young. And basically this is the most success I ever had, is like making those little cat shorts and getting quite a few views from that. Getting 2,000 views from that. Basically the most successful I've ever been. And I'm quite grateful that I uploaded those videos. I would like to upload more videos of the cat. if the cat does any interesting thing, like if the cat, I've seen her a couple of times in my bucket, I can't pick up that cat and put her in the bucket. She has to sort of run into the bucket herself. And I don't think it would be normal to look natural if I sort of. I mean, I could. I could sort of put a trail of treats, so she goes into the bucket and film her in the bucket because she looks so cute when she's in the bucket. And I actually picked her up and carried her around, and she's in like this little orange bucket. It's so nice, so quaint. So I have this book as well, 12 Rules for Life. And the weirdest thing happened when I was reading this book. The weirdest thing, these books I suggest for people like want to sort of, ground themselves, become present whilst doing this practice of semen retention. Anyway, this book, I was sitting by the river, I was reading it, and then like the hounds of hell were summoned, all hell broke loose. I thought that I was going to die because I was sitting by the river reading this, and basically my a neighbour, her dog ran up to me, and it's like this massive black behemoth, and I thought it was going to bite, so I was like, but it was friendly, it was good. And I was covering my face up, rap, and it sounded like she said, shouted the name, ran off, and it's sad. Weirdest part of this is it's sad in a section of the book about how you can sort of about manifesting your conscious, your subconscious, and I just wanted to include it because I thought it was cool because it actually did manifest it. So amazingly weird and profound. I actually was inspired after that to read Carl Jung, but I couldn't get into Carl Jung, because it was just like the notes, and I actually wanted to read about, go explore the theories even deeper. It was just too shallow for me to get into. It was just too shallow of an understanding, and I couldn't really grasp the metaphorical concepts. And it's probably a good thing because if I were to do that, if I were to just look for all these like little metaphors and whatnot, I'm just going to end up sort of overthinking everything. I don't think it's creative at all for me to do that. And I do want to become more creative. It's been an ambition of mine for quite a while to do something that I consider to be creative. While I was supposed to be studying, I was writing books, I was writing poetry, I was writing songs, I was thinking of video ideas. I even had some edits when I was younger that I actually thought, and other people thought, were pretty good. And I would like to get back into that. I would like to get an iPad because I filmed them on my iPad and I had this app. And once I made this video of a sink, and it was just a normal kitchen sink. Started videoing it and changing the angles and whatnot. And I did this sort of green, like this sickly green tint. The sickly green tint, I was kind of just going deeper inside of it, being enveloped into it, following the water down, and then I changed it so that there were all these angles meshing together, and it was just so cool. I wish that I would have uploaded that. I also uploaded different coloured flames. There was one where my dad was going, whoa, doing the voice to like the fire. You know, it's like the fire was screaming. And it was badass. It was sick. Snot down my nose. I turn this up a bit because I don't really. I don't know if you can hear it. That's pretty much full blast. Try again with the lights before I go to the toilet. No, it's so weird. I don't know if you have to stand in a certain position or if you have to point it at a certain thing. For some reason, it just won't come on. It just won't come on. It's defying me. It doesn't work when you point it at that. It's so weird. I don't know what I can do. The only reason I made this live stream was to test out these lights and a robot I installed that isn't working. I installed a robot moderator. It's supposed to be in this chat. And maybe it's because there's no one in the chat. No one's watching this at the moment. It's just awful. Ah! Oh, what's happening there? It looks like the battery's dead. Well, that didn't last long. Why is it dead? It's still on.
Talking to someone.
Yeah, you're on there. You've been on there twice now. Yeah, they can. They can see me and they can see you. But no one's watching it at the moment. Yeah, dad's into his metal. I had to cut the thing short, if you can remember yesterday, because he was playing music that I felt I'd get copyright strike for. But does it really matter when you're like such a small channel? In my opinion, it shouldn't. This thing doesn't buckle when I play it back. I might have fused it. Oh, that's why it's coming out the board. So it's broken. Oh, it's broken. That's terrible. You know, I've had it 5 minutes and now it's broken. What? You never told me I could do this. I can put it up on the wall now. Oh, this is so cool. I'm taking my scarf off. So basically, you can take these off and put them on the wall. And then they're all sticky. No, not for long though. I have to unplug them for this. They're all tangled in my sock. They're trying to murder me! Oh. No, pieces are coming off. Right. Sticky situation. So, I'll gather the troops. They're sticking to the wires now. And for the time being, we can just toss them aside. I don't believe in cleanliness. Come on. There we go. So now it's tangled with my charger. It's tangled into itself. And I still have a long way to go. So I'm going to unplug this. Well, should I do the Elias Holsteins, the tribal screen again? Really, I want to start off each one by doing that, or at least do it beforehand, because I do like the idea of having a deeper voice, which, by the way, retention will do for you. And actually, it's people who are free of their addiction. It was suggested when I was reading that book, which wasn't written by Fraser Pattons, it was written by someone else. The Easy Way to Quit Porn suggested that you tell other people the benefits of quitting. And that could be the 100 reasons to do NoFap. It could be that because I abandoned the idea and then I don't have any intention to go back to it individually. because individually it is no, it's intellectualizing. I feel. I think I like the idea of improving myself, just to tell other people that I'm improving on myself, and that's one of my weaknesses. It is a search for gratification and being conditioned by the society to seek instant gratification, and that's one of my problems. Non-users don't have it. Yeah, I should have figured this out beforehand. I think the next live stream might actually be 100 reasons to do NoFap. I just love how doing this, even though it's just me talking to myself at the moment, and no one's watching it. It allows me to bring my ideas outward. As this book suggests, you need people to organise your thoughts. That's why you need to talk to others. Do this individually. You can watch me putting them up, and I'll speak. My smooth and sexy stoke voice. So we're going to have to find something to leverage this on the laptop. Something a bit higher than my bench. There are probably tons of streamers like this, and they just basically keep themselves entertained and occupied, waiting for other people to. There's streamers who, like, literally they have no one coming on, and God, I've got to admire how patient these guys are, because they're just sitting and they're just like, no music. Sometimes they have music. No music, no lights. Sometimes they have lights. And they're just. And that person goes on. All the time. Right. What the patience. This is all wonky. But why? There's going to be an arduous struggle trying to focus, trying to talk, or simultaneously trying to get up these lights. Can you see me here? Might be a friendly spider. Ooh, so. think I've showcased my dad before on one of my previous channels. I got him to say, because what I wanted to do, I wanted to do something. I don't know whether it was my intention to wake up early or to study, but because I didn't do it, I uploaded a video where I went, procrastinate because I figured that I'd be embarrassed by it. And so I wasn't really. I think it was Matt's Real, the name of the channel, because I've had a few NoFap channels. That was the one with the cool edits. The first few videos were edited. One of them you'd love. It was like a video of a shadow going across the wall. And it's got like all this sort of blue tint. And it's me basically. The iPad swaying side to side and it has ASMR on it, and tons of people watch the ASMR. So that channel was getting as many views as this channel. I think it might have had the same amount of subscribers. So really it's getting past this point, getting past this plateau, which was why I created my new channel, which will allow me to make more stuff like this, only I can be more random. Doesn't necessarily have to be related to wanting to do NoFap setups and talking about some sort of theory related to that, which I shouldn't do. These the cat has made an enemy of them. She's been jumping up at this, wanting to tear it down, jumping up at that, tear it down. I figured that she'd do it when I created my, well, it wasn't a wall of bodybuilders, I was just sellotaping pictures all around the house. And she was jumping up at them. So I decided that it would be for the best, for their health and safety, to take them down, because you know she's a lioness. She'd stop at nothing and take them out. She doesn't care about the size. It's tangled up in this now. Oh, what a shame. Basically says what's the one thing I can do right now. Motivational. Oh, it's motivational. So I've got one strap off, but that needs to be plugged in. Now I'll do it in no time. Yeah. It's my tea. To be done very soon. Realise you could do that. You stick lighting up on the wall. So if I take half an hour tomorrow, I can do this. You put the lighting all around the wall, maybe lower it so that you guys can see. So I put set off tomorrow. Why am I writing this? I can remember it. Oh, I'm taking notes here. I'm doing it, aren't I? Live screen face. I do that, and then if someone comes in, I'm just going. And then there you go. Scaring. Have I put hashtag? Oh yes, love a hashtag. Well, tons of that. Yeah, so we'll be eating my meal. No, it's my meal. Okay. So yeah, my dad only pointed this out to me recently, and I thought it was like such a minute detail that no one would notice. That yeah, I'm right-handed, but when I use my knife and fork, I use the reverse hands, you know. I also eat very fast and give myself indigestion sometimes. Big brain. Actually, I don't want to make a story time on this, like my first YouTube channel. I haven't made any story times yet, but I just keep thinking of ideas for them. It wasn't my first YouTube channel. My first YouTube channel was interesting. It was tons of people watched this. More people have watched this channel, but I was actually surprised because it was just so cringe. I wasn't speaking up to the camera, and you know, I'm not camera shy. No, you know this because you've seen me speaking, you've seen me doing dumb stuff on stream. I am totally not camera shy, but I used to be the biggest introvert on screen. It was so bad, you know, because I just wouldn't open up. It was just closed language. It was just, hi, my name is Josh, and I relapsed today, and I just basically created channels for the sake of self-pity and for the sake of just saying, I relapsed. And now after every relapse, I don't really say, I don't mention each relapse I had. I had a period in May when I was sitting my exams where I really did feel pity for not studying and for instead just relapsing. And that's understandable. It's because like we think as addicts that we need this to focus when we actually don't. You know, you can just focus, and if you want to turn your mind off, you can just go to sleep. If you want to turn your mind off, then you can, suppose you can read that book. But I only read a quarter of it. You know, I didn't even get to that point. Because my ego was just so bad, I probably knew inside that it would be the end of my addiction. Fun, isn't it, the ego? And it can work against you, but it can also work for you, depending on your situation. My point is about one of my earlier YouTube channels is that I went on there and I started making like these troll videos. They were meant to be little sort of sketches because I used to say like the unfunniest thing, the things that Amy Schumer would say. And then I'd respond, oh, it's just satire. And they're like, oh, satire is supposed to be funny. And God, one of my first channels, it was where I uploaded these videos where I was pointing at people and everything. It's not much has changed yet. And there was this one where I did, what is it called again? What I'm Like in Bread, which was obviously a terrible sex pun. What I'm like inbred. Inbred is then like inbred, like an inbred person. What I'm like inbred. And it was just me pulling faces and making weird sexual orgasmic sounds while simultaneously filling my mouth hole full of tuna and mayonnaise sandwiches. And it was just so horrible, you know, it was so horrid. It was horrendous. It was atrocious that I put 32 poor innocent people through that video, and I regret it now. And I've created a new channel. I created Caustic Oxide, and I'm worried about uploading onto that. I'll be honest, I'm scared shitless about uploading because I don't want that channel to be viewed in the same way. And I think because of my addiction taking my imagination and whatnot, I kind of do feel as though it's out of my league. Even though I shouldn't, even though it's just a logical fallacy. I could still work on it. I have the time to create something amazing, you know. It's like I'm getting in the way of myself and I'm holding myself back. And if I really have a problem, I can just learn some more things. I can just take an online course or maybe speak to a community of people who are more experienced than me. I don't have to be a self-sacrificing martyr. I think tons of other people are, and as I said, they're like very pessimistic on the forums, the rebooting forums that I've been on. Because if something bad happens, they sort of blow it out of proportion because of the stress, and then they say, oh, they talk about how their whole life is over. And it was the same with me. Like, I would post on there, and then I got comments saying, oh, it sounds like you're going to go to prison. Or, oh, it sounds like this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And I think they were right when I was saying about how bad my addiction was, and they said it sounded like I was going to fail, but I didn't listen. But it just gets to a point where the negativity, even if it's just sort of like an extreme form of realism, which is to the point where it actually becomes surreal, where they're just like imagining what could go wrong. I mean, it's not that healthy to be around. And when people are sort of addicted, they're not as pleasurable to be around as people who are not addicted. self-loathing defeatism, and I'm actually beginning to hate the sort of feeling of entitlement some people have, even though it's definitely a problem that I have myself. But I still go against the advice that I'm being given. I know I'm not unique. Yes, I still want to feel unique because I still want to feel loved. Really, it's just another form of seeking gratification. I think many addicts struggle with this. So the positives I'm going to save until tomorrow. I might get the audio book finished today. I read half of it last night and I fell asleep. Really, I want to just really get this into my head because I have to believe that it works. Not to the point of overanalyze it, because I basically just, I know I was going to say, oh, take notes on it, but this is basically my notes. The notes of the videos that I've made. And I said I'd do a live stream on it. This is pretty much it. There are articles on Wrapped. Forgot what that stands for. You can read them on Reddit. I've been having a problem because I've been using the willpower method, and I'm now exposed to a whole other world of madness because I blocked Pornhub, I blocked all the main websites, I blocked all of them, and then I uninstalled Cold Turkey Blocker because I wanted to complete a little copywriting assignment I set for myself on ED medication. And these triggers are like, they're all in your head, and using willpower method, I'm sort of on my laptop fighting against myself, and eventually I just decided, fuck it, I'm going to relapse. Because it was a concentration thing, you know, you get into something. And I've done the same. It's just like, I get it because I'm a deep addict. I'm a once-a-day addict. I really struggle with it You know, when I just watch one video on copywriting, and over the past couple of weeks, I have been stopping halfway through to relapse, and that's just not on, you know. I'm sorry I have to see this. My dad makes the nicest food. He makes the nicest potatoes ever. I'd like to marry one of my father's potatoes. So I have a new story time video. I have several, and I haven't made any of them yet. I'm going to start tomorrow, even if I don't compile clips together, I just do it raw. I've got to do it. And you've got to see it. And I was signing up. I was signing up to this website. It's an acting website. I mentioned it before. And there was a famous actor on there. I have mentioned it before. It's just fell so way out my room. I mentioned that before. My grandma seems to think that it's a scam. You know, she seems to think that it's a phishing scam because they asked me for my account details. I got this message up and it was from my bank, and it asked me to check in with my branch, my phone number, and there was this whole kerfuffle with my grandma over it. And eventually I had it settled. I said, no, I'll look for stuff to do online. Well, it was online, but I'd look for other stuff. I'd look for like Zoom, you know. Then we started talking about all of the sort of different scammers we faced, and I mentioned how I befriended tons upon tons upon tons, yes, of people from Rio de Janeiro, and some of them even tried to ask me out, and you know, I had to be monitored by my dad, had to supervise me because got back to the school deleting every single last one of them, and it was because there was this guy who I was friends with. He was such a nice person, you know, he's so great that he befriended, I'm not being sarcastic, he befriended thousands upon thousands of people from all over the world. And they all started befriending me once I befriended him. So I think I had to cut off the source and unfriend him. You know, he's friends with Instagram models. He was friends with the people from Rio de Janeiro, cosplayers, friends with everyone. Role players. Might make a whole video on my friend. Or my friends, my friend group, because there's a few of them. I used to go over to their house to play GTA 5. and my friend would put in cheat codes, and he'd start flying around, and he'd start destroying tanks. I think I got another viewer. PMO and chill. I'm gonna change the title of this. No, it's no PMO and chill. I've put PMO and chill. I do. Stupid. I can't even remember the name of my own live stream. I'm paranoid now in case I called it PMO and chill, and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I can smoke up some weed and I can bong out and I can go on Pornhub and I can spray bong juice everywhere, bro, and keep this tab open, dude." And I'm so high on I'm so high on ayahuasca that I can see like all these different possibilities and all these different uh, water gnomes running around. And I feel like I'm at the center of the universe, where I can interact with the spirit of time, the spirit of the mushroom. I need to tell you about my mother make a video about like a story time. I just don't want. I mean, today when I was making it, even though I left parts of it out because I didn't know how to use the editing software that I've downloaded. Which is, let me check it. Just show me all this. I don't want it. Yeah, so it's Wunderschaf for more. So even now, this sounds different. I was just saying one, it goes on for 11 hours. That's so cool. Typically for as long as I want. I can stream for 24 hours if I wanted to, just talking to myself. I need to get other people on here to make it more interesting. If only I could trick my dad into coming here and saying to him that no one's going to watch it. I don't know if anyone is going to watch it, but I can say to him, no one's going to watch it. You can just sit by me with this, chill music, lights if I can get them to work, and talk to me about anything. Now, the only downside of this is because like he's so in touch with his past. You know, he's such a brilliant memory, way better than mine. That he starts mentioning people's names just automatically. It's like, oh, that reminds me of this person or that person. And when he does this, it's likely that I'm going to get a lawsuit against. He's going to mention someone, and they're going to like, "Hey, don't you mention my name?" And then he's going to get us both into trouble. You do see this. Another person I'd like to go on here would be my grandma. I was even thinking of interviewing her about witchcraft and putting that up as like a little sort of what's his name? That guy from Smosh. Anthony Padilla. An Anthony Padilla type of video. Because she used to be a witch. I don't know if she was a white witch. I'll go ask her. I might phone her. Oh, it's a tomato. You know, Markiplier. And he's a massive inspiration to me as a YouTuber. He can make an entertaining video out of anything. You know, he could make an entertaining video about cutting up this tomato, and he'd be like, "Oh, oh my! It's got to spilling out everywhere! Oh!" You know, it's so cool. I love him. I love Captain Sinbad. He's like Captain Sinbad is like the Markiplier self-improvement bro. He's like the NoFap Markiplier. My mother and I, despite the fact that my mother doesn't have the healthiest of habits, she still wakes up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and fills herself full of drugs and goes 14 hours without eating. Despite all of that, she does have very similar outlook to me, a very similar style of talking and humor as well. The worst part about this addiction was when I called her up and she started blaming herself for it because I told her about it. I've been very open to all of my family about my addiction. And she said to me that she said that she asked if it was her fault because of her addictions. It's just so fucked, you know, because I tried to make a light-hearted video earlier on about the first time I watched porn, and it just, I don't want to make my story time videos dark, and that video was just so full of sort of anger and emotion and self-pity, yes, that I just couldn't I just couldn't upload it as a story time. It belongs on the main channel with the other NoFap videos. It belongs with my streak videos, really. It's a hell of a job trying to change this belief. I don't like the thought that the way I live and what I do is hurting other people. I actually use porn to take myself out of the picture because I just felt as though I was too incompetent to be around others. I just didn't feel right in myself. I'll have the blob on my plate. Oh, can't do it. Maybe next time. So I could either make a coffee. I know it's 20 past 6. I can either make a coffee, meditate, or I can do 1,000 sit-ups. Wow, content. I mean, if I'm going to meditate, I can meditate to this, or I can find some other music. I can meditate to some binaural beats. See if I can find any copyright-free, ad-free binaural beats. And then I can meditate to this. Oh, I've got a message. No, it's a video. What's this video about? Oh, I can do a review.
What would your life be like?
What's it called? I know. Wow, this is like the most interested person on the live stream. And they're like, imagine seeing that instead of like, these people, you gotta admire them. They just have this sort of focus, they just and you go into the live stream. I think I've seen this on Twitch, and they might go, and it'd be even worse because like at least they have that sort of focus, that level of concentration. You don't break eye contact with the camera, and you can really admire that. You'd think, oh well, they're so non-expressive that they can't be actors, but they'd probably be, they'd play superior role. They'd be a lot more sort of realistic and grounded, than like someone who's just on a stream and they're like just on the phone, looking at the phone screen. You wouldn't be able to like admire that, there are probably some only thoughts who are like that. And the difference is between an only thought and like a yes chad is that the yes chads are just like on Twitch and the gamers, they game for 14 hours and coom for 2 hours. And they're like, and then you've got the only thoughts who are just on the phones, like not really paying any attention to the audience. They're planning the next tanning salon they're going to visit. Anyway, I'm going to look for copyright-free binaural beats. Preferably license-free, because sometimes you need a license to use them. No ads. And whoever uploads all of this, like all of this ad-free, copyright-free content, they just really love people. They're just like Jesus, to do something like this. Especially like they compile it together themselves and then they just put it on for everyone to have. And you've got to really admire that. No middle or ending ads. But is it copyright free? What is copyright free? Can you have that? Does it really matter? Blissful feeling. Project. Music box. I'm doing it, aren't I? I'm not focusing. I probably do need Epidemic Sound because I just got an advert for that. After this, I might actually do that. Anyway, this is royalty free. Yeah, I can use this. Meditate until it finishes. If anyone else comes on, I'm meditating so they can. It's just a shame that I can't do it with the lights because you're just going to look at my face now and you go, oh, no. Can't do it like that. Pause this. This might actually fall off, but because I'm meditating, I just can't give less of a shit. You know, I can't give more of a shit actually. I'm not supposed to. I have an obligation to fulfill. I have a role in this society. Hmm. 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 Right. You know, it keeps advertising YouTube Premium, but it won't let me install it. And I've tried to, but again, I have to control these details, you know. Keep details. Anyway, shout out to Indoor Mantra. Because I need to relax, don't I? It's meditation. Ooh. Best meditation ever. Meditating. What?
When I was in the Royal Exchange,
You're supposed to be meditating.
Let me tell you this. Slug and Tomo were in there. And they're putting condoms up the nose and pulling it out the mouth. It's what they got it right. The nasal capacity out to the mouth. And Tomo got up and started walking around and playing in the varmint track on the disco. He said, the varmint. He's like really impressed by it.
Are you trying to go onto the live stream?
No.
You know they've just heard all of that. My 8 subscribers. I do a subscribers only one. No, that's the one where subscribers only subscribers can comment. Let's have everyone to comment. Let's get back to the session. Okay. I'll shut up now. There you go.